I've discovered a bit of a problem with this account. As you may or may not know, on the 4-star only account, we use, get this, 4 stars only. Now that alone might not be terrible, but obviously I set a bunch of other rules that make it a lot more difficult. Let me be clear though, I'm a very stubborn person. I do not plan on breaking those rules. However, as you may have seen from the Escoffier video on the channel, I did get access to Genshin's Creator Experience servers to test her out. And during that time, I also went ahead and tried out a bunch of 4-star only teams at C0 just to see what might be the best thing to go after on this account. Because obviously I keep trying different teams on this account without really knowing if they're gonna work, and it's a lot of investment to figure it out. And all of the characters over on that account were level 90 with level 9 talents, as well as level 90 weapons and a decent artifact set. So I just tried out a ton of different teams, not the ones I'm showing you here, but just in general, a ton of different teams. And I came to a rather worrying conclusion. With all of these characters at C0, none of the teams really felt that good to use. Obviously, in general, 4 stars are going to be weaker than 5 stars, but after having tested out a bunch of 5-star teams on that account for the new character Escoffier, switching to the C0 4-star teams, it took like 20 times longer to beat the same enemies. And one of the worst realizations that I had on there was that I tested out this team with Candace, kind of like I was planning to do, because I really do like Candace as a character. I like her design, I like the shield, and then elemental infusions are always great. But since I got to test it with characters that were actually fully built, I became painfully aware that this team is just, it's not that great. That's why I've been trying it out a bit more with Barbara, and like it kind of works, but then Barbara has to be on field. So I feel like Xingqiu is our only option for a Hydro 4-star, if we want to make an Electrocharge team work decently, that is. Now, of course, character constellations could change everything, but it might be quite some time before we get those. Now, the main reason why I wanted to say all of this is because I feel like every episode I'm trying out 50 different teams, and then in the next episode I try out 50 more teams. But I think that's just going to be part of the process of figuring out what does and doesn't work on this account. And like I said last time, in the process we will be leveling up characters. Oh, my internet is not working. Internet bad. Internet not going well. So even if we don't keep using the teams that we build, or attempt to build, at least the investment that we put into each character is permanent. In other news, the account has reached adventure rank 55, meaning the world level has increased yet again. I've also been farming a ton of Mora, so now we're at 8.4 million. And on top of that, today is a new banner, and I'm kind of okay with any of the 4 stars. Auroran would be a constellation, meaning we had to do extra pulls. Aoife, I was really excited for because I saw that he buffs electrocharge damage somewhere in his kit, so he would be great on an electrocharge team. However, that brings us back to the issue of we don't really have a great hydro character for said electrocharge team. But then besides that, Layla's another option, and she's kind of off-field cryo application and a shielder, so honestly not a bad option. Best case scenario, we pull Auroran as a dupe, we get the pull on this banner, we go back to here and keep pulling and then get something. But it is entirely up to fate what we get, and I am kind of okay with any of them. I mean, even a weapon would be good because then I get to pull on the weapon banner. That would be kind of fun. Okay, purple, and we are seeing Aoife. I didn't know whose splash art that was, but that makes sense because he's a brand new character. Before it filled in for a second, I thought it was Gaming. So, Mr. Electrocharge Booster. I mean, you guys know that I love Lanyan, but like I did mention, we don't have a great hydro character, and that's a problem for Aoife because he kind of wants to be on field to do his stuff. Okay, so this is the talent that does it. He increases the swirl and electrocharge damage dealt by all party members, and it seems like he does want to be paired with other people from Natlan, so him and Auroran on the same team makes a lot of sense. But then we need off-field hydro application, and our best bet is Barbara's skill. Although it's really not our best bet because Aoife's going to be floating in the sky, which means that's going to be hitting nothing. I just don't think I can make a good electrocharge team. All we need to do is get a 4-star character that can consistently apply hydro off field. So Xingqiu. Until then, unfortunately, I don't think we can really use Aoife on here. So I think today, or at least for now, I'm going to work on the Sethos team and Sethos team instead. I gotta stop saying his name wrong. As I've been doing a little bit of farming, I came to the conclusion this team doesn't really have a healer, and I don't really have a great, I mean, I technically could use Aoife, but he'd have to be on field for way too long and be a waste of time. If I had a Yao Yao, that'd be nice. But I might swap out Sucrose for Lanyan because at least she has a shield. I think we'll lose out on a little bit of EM by not having Sucrose, but it's probably better if my characters are alive. Hey, I found my new favorite way of dealing with these guys. Especially because it is raining right now, I do not want to go down there, as I will be infinitely frozen by the cryo one. Not to mention, I'm only doing this because I need the Hilitrol arrow drops, and there were 2 of them right here. Since our Cole is the lowest leveled character of this current team, I figured I would start with leveling her up first. And I already went and gathered as many of these as I can get without doing any world quests. So right now I'm just working on the stuff that I'll need for the following ascension. Then the last thing we're gonna need are 8 more drops from this guy, which shouldn't be too terrible because at least we're using the right kind of team now. Oh, I got an achievement. What did I do? What did I do? Defeat exhausted Jade Plume Terror Shroom. That just sounds like bullying if you ask me. 2 drops. Oh, you'll love to see it. World level 8. 2 drops. That's really cool. Oh, that was a bit of damage. From playing this team, it's very obvious to me that we need more energy recharge on a lot of these characters. But besides that, I do like how the team feels. It'd be nice if we had a little more Dendro application. So something like a Yao Yao would be so good on here. But it's fun to use. Oh, you know what's not fun? 2 drops. I think Lanyan might also be holding Prototype Amber right now. Let me see. Yes. So not the best weapon in the world for her, but it does give us a little bit of healing. Oh. This sucks. It seems a bit odd to me that on world level 8, you can get unlucky and just always get 2 boss drops. But then on world level 9, you're guaranteed to get 3, and sometimes you'd even get 4. I feel like there should be a significantly larger chance of getting 3 at world level 8. Or maybe there is, and I'm just really unlucky. Here are all the boss drops that we need. And of course, it's only 2. But now we can go in and ascend Cole 1 time and 2 time. Why does she ascend into attack percent? I feel like Dendro damage bonus, energy recharge, or elemental mastery would just be better. But I guess that's why she's a free 4-star. Ooh, I can actually farm this. It never happens where I can actually farm the thing that I want to farm. I mean, what I meant to say is I totally planned this out. I mean, they used to call me Java the Planner. Just don't ask who they are. But if we can level up this Favonius Warbow a bit, then Cole should have much better energy recharge. Also, I wish this domain was entirely Hydro Slimes, because fighting them is so fun, especially with this team. But no, they make us fight 2 of these. Here goes another ascension. Now, weapon XP is something I've been trying to craft more of, but I'm like completely out of ores at this point as well. So that is one thing that we are always gonna be running out of, or at least that's the way it seems. Oh, wait, they finally changed this? They made it so that whatever character you were crafting for, when you leave the crafting station and go back, it resumes to what you were doing. I like that. Good change. But now, Favonius Warbow ascended again. I don't think I can level it. I can't quite level it, so I'm just gonna leave it for now. Although to be fair, I don't really have to level any other weapons for this team. I mean, eventually I will. So I actually am going to go in and just dump all of this in, which puts you now at 219% ER. And that's better. I am so afraid to look at your artifacts. Oh boy. Okay. I mean, ideally, what do we want for her? I assume it would just be like this, but I'm not really using her for a Dendro damaging team. Wait a minute. Yeah, Java, your quick and aggravate team doesn't do anything with Dendro. You are just so wildly intelligent. So 4-piece Deepwood Memories is what I'm going to be trying to put on Cole. For the time being, all I really care about getting on the set is probably ER, maybe some EM, and then crit rate simply for the Favonius Bow. Or I guess if we get lucky, we could go for Dendro damage. Now, my brain is telling me that this is a domain I did not like. I think there were 3 enemies. Oh yeah, not a huge fan of this one. Hey, you know who'd be really nice in here? Kazuha. I feel like every episode I'm saying, where's my Kazuha? I can't use him, but it doesn't mean I don't want him. I mean, game, I don't want him. Don't give him to me. I just wish that I could use him. Maybe I should bring in the Gaming team, as this is a pretty slow clear. Took us a minute and a half. Now, it's not the worst time we've seen on this account, unfortunately, but definitely not the best. However, I am going to be checking all the 4-star pieces as well, because they could actually be decent. This I'll keep just because it's EM with ER substat. Might want to use that later. And then if that was, well, actually, these are like the worst substats you can get. Even if it was crit rate, I probably would not want to use that. Okay, minute 15, we're getting better. I'm just going to end up using all 4-piece artifacts, aren't I? You know, it's kind of ironic that I set out to build Cole today, and then we just got some mail because apparently it's her birthday. Of course, it was all part of my plan. I knew it was going to be her birthday. Imagine not having all of the Genshin Impact characters' birthdays memorized. Couldn't be me. Actually, it is 100% me. I literally don't know any of them, even Raiden's. The only one I remember is Lisa's because it's a pretty easy one to remember. And then Zhongli is like, what, Christmas or December 31st or something like that? Ooh, a triple drop of what we want with, no energy recharge. I guess on the bright side, I could always craft this in the strong box. I mean, the game's giving me the right sets, just the wrong stats. And even the 4-star pieces are not good. For right now, as long as it has the correct main stat, I will use it. Well, other than feathers and flowers, because those only have one stat. For those, I at least want ER, which I still somehow have not found. I'd like to say that some of these pieces we can at least use, but like, look at this. Look, what am I going to do with this? If I combined all the copium I've ever used, it's still not enough to make those worth putting on a character. This is the last bit of resin that I have. So far, none of the runs have given me anything usable. And this one, I mean, at least it's ER. I genuinely might just have to use that. However, the day of the week has just changed, which means there is so much more that we can now go farm. For example, these. Now, you might argue that we don't really need to level the talents of Cole, but she shares the same talent ascension materials as Sethos. And I'm actually stupid because I thought today was Saturday, but it is Friday. Okay. Maybe there's not that much for us to farm. But we can go ahead and level up the normal attack of Sethos to a level 6. And then I would say to level 7 if I had one of these, but also I need to ascend him again. Oh, I forgot about these. Well, it looks like we are going back to farming for Deepwood Memories. One of these days I'll get something good, right? Okay. Progress. Dendro damage bonus with energy recharge. I'm sure it will roll terribly, but even so, we are 100% using it. Unless it rolls flat defense and everything goes into flat defense, but even then I still think I have to use it. Okay, here's the plan. If this all rolls into ER, I will use it. If not, I'll use a 4-star piece with an ER main stat. Oh, why do I always get all the flat stats? How about we don't do that? First roll goes to flat defense. Goodbye. I'll go with the 4-star piece, which means we're running a 4-star flower because none of the 5 stars have energy recharge, a 4-star feather because none of the feathers have energy recharge. Then the 4-star sands, a 5-star goblet, which is crazy that we got the goblet before a flower or feather, and an off-piece circlet just so that we can get crit rate with ER. So I will go through, roll these, and we'll see how disappointed I'm gonna be. Already off to not a great start. Actually, you know what? Let's be smart here, but also everything is rolling terribly. There's no way that I can't get a feather or flower on set with energy recharge. I refuse to believe that. Let's see if I'm actually right. All goblets are not great. We do get 1 feather with ER. No good circlets. ER and crit rate on a flower. And then the sands aren't good either. We go again. Ooh. ER and Elemental Mastery. And ER Sands. I hate seeing the 2 flat stats, but it's okay because it also has crit. Why? Why must you roll so much? What did I do? What? Why me? Okay. These definitely did not roll all... I hate that. They didn't roll all that well, but it's better than not having artifacts. Barely. We're close to the 50% crit rate that we want for Vivonius, and we have 266% energy recharge. Plus with her C1, she gets an additional 20% when she's not on the field, so hopefully that's enough. We'll then also take Cole's Burst and bring that up to level 4, and because I don't know my days of the week, that's all I can do for her today. Oh, I ascended her, but I never leveled her up? Okay, I could do that too. It's also apparently been enough time since earlier in the video when I collected a bunch of Cole's Ascension materials, so I can once again go around and get these. And you know, it's really sad that we're pairing a character that needs these with a character that needs these, because both of them suck to get. But between the 2 evils, I think I would rather collect Cole's, even though I'm well aware that that's not the smart decision because obviously Sethos is the one that's going to be doing the damage. It would make a lot more sense to ascend and build him first. Like, who decided on that? Why put one of these all the way at the top of this tree? Well, there are our 45 mushrooms. Next up are a bunch more boss drops. And technically, this should be easier because we've upgraded some characters since the last time we fought it. Though I honestly don't expect to feel much of a difference. I mean, maybe it's placebo. It feels slightly faster. I think we're doing a little more damage. Can we see 3 drops? No. Let's see if we can get a single triple drop. I think we need like, what, 12 of these? Can we get a single triple? Collection number 2. We get 2 drops. We do get a chunk though, but still only 2 drops. Run number 3. This would be the perfect time to get 3 drops, which we do not. Run number 4 finally gave us 3 drops. But look, with the number of characters in this game always growing and the amount of resin that we have not growing, I feel like these drop rates need to be increased. Because if we go in here, like final tier, you need 20. So in total, you need 46 boss drops just for the ascension. Not to mention everything else you need to farm, like talents and weapon ascension stuff, which by the way, I did not realize that this bow is not maxed out yet. And look, I get that there is a world level 9 now. That helps like a microscopic amount, but especially with artifacts in this game, it takes so long to build one character. So I'm gonna shut up and get the rest of these boss drops before I go on a full-on rant. TLDR, I feel like either drop rates need to be increased again across all content, or we need to have access to more resin. But putting that aside, we get our last 2 drops, then we smack around a couple hilichurls, and then we can ascend Cole again. And I guess I might as well level her, which unfortunately means that the main damage dealer on this team is the lowest level. Now I did notice that there is a new event that just started, so it's very time gated, but there's a new event weapon here, and I don't know if maybe there's a new character coming out that's going to be able to use this, but it doesn't seem like anything crazy. It looks to be aimed at more of a damage dealer bow user that scales with HP. Even for that, it's not fantastic, but that seems to be what it's aimed at. And from the roster so far, like Sijuin scales with HP, but she's very much not a damage dealer. Yelan, I guess you could use it on her. And then Diona, but again, not a damage dealer. So I assume we're going to be getting a new character in the coming updates who uses a bow, scales with HP, and is kind of like DPS, or I guess sub DPS, because that tends to be how they do it. This fight sucks. This fight sucks. This fight sucks. This fight sucks. Thank goodness we're done. Oh, you're going to make me waste a fragile resin just because the game does not want to give me 3 drops ever, except for this time because I don't need them. Well, now I can ascend Sethos, so he is no longer weak compared to the rest of his team, and I imagine I cannot level him, but I actually can because I'm just too good at the game. That's the reason. Oh, and thank goodness we get another acquaint fake. I only had 86 of those. I don't have any of Scaramouche's drops. I do not want to fight that boss, especially because I want to use this team and I know it can't destroy his little summons to go into phase technically 3? Or maybe it still counts as phase 2. I don't know. Oh, perfect. I'm gonna get to use another fragile resin for 6 whole resin. What difficulty did I come in here on? I was not. Oh, it's the highest difficulty. Oh, this will be interesting. Probably the first time we've ever fought this. Oh, wait, no. Wait, did we? I think we did the Sumeru story on here and we got to the point where we had to fight this, right? I don't like the damage that we're not doing. This is just going to be terrible. Someone send assistance, please. No. No one die. Nobody die. Dying would be bad. Don't worry. We're almost there. I can't put Sethos on the field because he will die. There we go. Time to run away for 5 minutes. All right. Let's see if I can destroy these. I don't think I can. We'll go straight for the middle one because that's going to be the worst. I think we can take these out pretty easily. Maybe we'll be okay. Okay. Please don't kill me. That would really suck. I need my shield. And then we do that. Never mind. Cole gets us through this. I still question if her name is actually Kale and not Cole, which I think it kind of is. Now, I bet you we still cannot take this. No, we are not even close to taking him out. Oh my gosh, this account is so weak. This account sucks. But it's okay. It becomes a little bit easier now. So I don't even have to go after him. I could just grab these. Oh. Until that happens. And then I get stuck in this. And then I have no stamina, but we're still able to do it. Can I just do this instead? Yeah, we'll just use the Primos. And we did get the bell. So Sethos' normal attack goes to level 7. Now here is your fun fact of the day that you didn't ask for. Some of you may already know this, but in Japanese, Sethos is voiced by the same actor who voiced Aina Koji in Classroom of the Elite, which is kind of crazy considering how different the 2 characters sound. With that though, our resin is basically depleted and I do not need to waste your time. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, I will see you all next time.